Hello my dear students! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me once again, Teacher Teen, your science teacher for today. So, in this lesson, we will be discussing about the organ systems working together. Pero kung bago ko pa lang sa channel ito, huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 8. Welcome to our Week 1 Science 8 of Quarter 1. So for today's video, we're going to discuss about the first content of this lesson, which is the organ systems working together. And for the content standards, of course, you learners, you should learn that organ systems work together for the growth and survival of the organism. And of course, for the learning competencies, we have two learning competencies for this topic. First, using a labeled diagram, trace how food travels through the digestive tract and explain how the different digestive processes work, including mechanical processing, secretion, digestion, absorption, and elimination. And of course, for the second learning competency, we will use models, flowcharts, diagrams, and simulations to explain how body systems work together, such as digestion and excretion. And for today's topic, pag-uusapan naman natin ang tungkol sa one of the body system, which is the digestive system. Okay, let us define first digestive system. Ano ba itong digestive system? Digestion of food is carried out by organs and substances of the digestive system. During digestion, so itong mga pagkain na kinakain natin, it will break into smaller pieces or smaller parts. And then itong fractions sa mga pagkain, syempre meron itong nutrients na itong mga nutrients na ito yung mag-circulate sa mga iba't ibang parte ng katawan natin. And syempre, through bloodstream and assimilated by cells. At ang tawag dito ay mechanical digestion. The initial chemical digestion also starts in our mouth. And it is carried out by what we call the enzymes. Ano ba yung enzymes? Pag sinabi nating enzymes, ito naman yung nagpapabilis ng chemical reaction. At saan ba natin makikita yung mga tinatawag na enzymes? Siyempre, present yan sa ating mga saliva, okay, na tumutulong sa pag-chewed at pag-breakdown ng mga pagkain na kinakain natin into smaller pieces. And dito sa ating saliva, meron tayong tinatawag dito kagaya ng amylase, na tumutulong din naman para ma-breakdown itong mga tinatawag nating carbohydrates, which are the large complex molecules into smaller pieces na kinakailangan at gagamitin ng ating katawan. In this lesson, we're going to discuss about the different processes of mechanical digestion. So, pag-uusapan na rin natin kung ano ba yung iba't ibang parts or organs in the digestive system. And we're going to discuss also how does the digestive system break down food to nourish the body. Okay, let us first identify the organs that compose and make up the digestive system. Sige, bibigyan ko kayo ng 10 seconds para i-recall ano ba yung mga organs na meron sa digestive system. Okay, very good. So, pag-usapan natin at i-describe natin yung function ng bawat organ na to. But before we identify those parts, let us enumerate first the different process of mechanical digestion. Meron tayong 4 na process. First, we have ingestion, and it will be followed by digestion, and then absorption, and last, we have elimination. At syempre, habang dinidiscuss natin itong process ng digestive system or process of mechanical digestion, habang iniisa-isa natin itong 4 na process na to, maiisa-isa na rin natin yung mga organs that compose and make up the digestive system. And then, along the process, we can discuss how digestive system works, And how does the food move through our gastrointestinal tract? Okay, so stay tuned at kung meron kayong notebook sa inyo, pwede kayong mag-jot down para mailista nyo ang kapagkakasunod-sunod ng process during mechanical digestion. Food moves through our gastrointestinal tract through the process called peristalsis. So, ano ba pag sinabi nating peristalsis? When we say peristalsis, this is a successive waves of involuntary contraction passing along the walls of a hollow muscular structure such as the esophagus or intestine and forcing the contents onward. Pag sinabi nating peristalsis, ito ba yung pag lumunok tayo, di ba pakiramdam nyo parang nagkakaroon ng contraction dito sa part na to, na parang may umiipod kasi di ba meron tayo ditong hollow muscular organ na yung tinatawag natin na esophagus. The large hollow organs of your gastrointestinal tract contain a layer of muscle that enables their walls to move. The movement pushes the food and liquid through your gastrointestinal tract and mixes the contents within each organ. The muscle behind the food contracts and squeezes the food forward, while the muscle is in front of the food relaxes to allow the food to move. Of course, the first organ of our digestive system is our mouth, kung saan dito magsisimula yung tinatawag natin na first process of mechanical digestion, which is ingestion. So, pag subo natin ng pagkain, so ipapasok natin siya sa ating mouth, dito magsisimula ang ingestion. And then, when you swallow it, yung dila natin, itutulak niyan yung pagkain natin papunta sa ating lalamunan. At pagpasok niyan sa ating lalamunan, meron tayo dyan tinatawag na epiglottis. Yung epiglottis, ito yung small flap of tissue that folds your windpipe to prevent choking and the food passes through our esophagus. And the second part of our digestive system is what we call esophagus. So once we begin swallowing, nagiging automatic na yung process. Kung saan yung ating brain nagbibigay na ng signal dun sa muscles ng ating esophagus at doon nagsisimula yung tinatawag nga natin na peristalsis. Yung peristalsis, ito yung part na kung saan yung pagkain, kapag dumiretso na yan sa esophagus natin, nagkakaroon ng involuntary contraction doon sa ating hollow muscular organ at ito nga yung tinatawag natin na esophagus. And next, we also have this lower esophageal sphincter. So, ano ba ito? Kapag yung pagkain natin, na-reach na niya yung end part ng our esophagus, meron dong ring-like muscle na ang tawag nga ay lower esophageal sphincter. Ito naman, nagre-relax siya and then it lets the food pass into our stomach. And usually, this sphincter it usually stays closed to keep what's in our stomach. And ito rin yung pumipigil para mag-flow back into our esophagus kung ano man yung nandun na sa tiyan natin. Again, this is what we call the lower esophageal sphincter. And the next organ that makes up the digestive system is what we call the stomach. So, after sa esophagus, diretso siya papunta sa ating tiyan, kung saan yung mga food ay hahalo naman and it will mix with gastric juices and acid. Dito mangyayari naman yung tinatawag nating digestion. At bukod naman doon sa amylase na makikita natin na meron sa ating mga saliva during ingestion. So, pagdating naman sa tiyan, sa ating stomach, there are other enzymes such as protease and lipase that help break down proteins into the stomach and fats in the small intestine. Remember that the digestive glands in the stomach lining produce acids and enzymes that digest protein. And kung nagtataka kayo at itatanong nyo na hindi po ba harmful itong mga acid na meron sa katawan natin na baka po pwedeng maapektuhan ng ating mga tissue sa ating katawan? No. Kasi meron tayong tinatawag na thick mucus layer. A thick mucus layer keeps acidic digestive juices from harming these tissues in our stomach. Most digested molecules of food, as well as water and minerals, are absorbed by the small intestine. So this is the next organ of the digestive system, which is the small intestine. At dito magsisimula naman ang third process of mechanical digestion, which is absorption. The walls of this small intestine contain many folds that are lined up with finger-like projections called villi. And these villi are in turn covered with even smaller projections called the microvilli. At yung mga structures na to, ito yung nagpapataas ng surface area kung saan maa-absorb yung mga nutrients. And of course, during absorption, these nutrients pass through the linings and walls of the small intestine and into the bloodstream where they get transported to different parts of our body. O, diba? Amazing! And ito pa pala, one more thing in addition, the muscles of the small intestine mix the food with digestive juices from the pancreas, liver, and intestine and push the mixture forward for further digestion. At yun na nga, the walls of the small intestine, inaabsorb niyan yung mga tubig, yung water, and the digested nutrients into our bloodstream. So, ang tanong, bakit ba kailangan na super digested yung food bago siya pumunta sa ating mga bloodstream at ma-absorb ng ating katawan? Bakit kailangan super digest? Isipin nyo na lang kapag nagluluto kayo, ano yung purpose? Bakit nyo ginagayat-gayat ng maliliit at hinihiwa-hiwa nyo ng maliliit yung sibuyas, bawang, yung kamatis? Bakit? Bakit hindi kayo pag nagluluto, basta nyo na lang kuhanin at ilagay nyo? So, di ba, kaya natin siya hinihiwa-hiwa para makuha natin yung katas kasi the more na it is cut into smaller pieces, mas na-absorb ng pagkain yung mga katas and juices niyan. Ganon din sa ating katawan. Kaya meron tayo mga digestive juices para mas ma-digest niya ng mas maliliit na parts or para mas ma-break siya into smaller pieces para mas madaling i-absorb yung mga nutrients ng ating katawan. Okay, so nabanggit kanina yung pancreas, liver, at saka itong gallbladder. So, ano ba yung purpose nitong tatlong to? Okay, let's start with the pancreas. Yung pancreas, they make up digestive juice that has enzymes that break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Itong ating tinatawag na pancreas, siya yung nagde-deliver ng mga digestive juice papunta sa ating small intestine through small tubes called ducts. Okay, and then we have the liver. So, yung liver naman natin, it is a very large meaty organ na nandoon sa ating right belly, right side ng ating belly. So, hindi mo siya kayang ma-feel kasi yung liver natin, protected siya ng ating rib cage. And itong liver, meron siyang right and left lobe. Okay, so ano naman ang purpose ng ating liver? So, yung liver natin, it makes a digestive juice called bile. Okay, para saan naman yung bile na pinuproduce ng ating liver? Yung bile na napoproduce ng ating liver, ito naman yung nagdadigest ng ating mga fats and vitamins. And the next one is the gallbladder. So, ito yung itsura ng gallbladder. Okay, ang gallbladder, makikita natin yan. It is a small pouch that sits below our liver. Okay, or under the liver. So, yung gallbladder sa Tagalog, ito yung tinatawag natin na apdo. Napakaliit lang yan. At ano ba yung purpose ng gallbladder? So, ito naman yung nagiging storage ng bile na napoproduce ng ating liver. So, bago tayo kumain, yung ating gallbladder, before tayo kumain, yung gallbladder natin, yan po ay puno ng bile. At kung mapapansin nyo, hindi nyo mapapansin kasi nasa loob siya. Okay, it is the size of a small pear. Pero pagkatapos nating kumain, yung ating gallbladder, ang itsura niyan, para siyang deflated na balloon. Yung balloon na na hindi mo pinalobo. Parang ganun. Ang itsura niyan ay parang deflated balloon, which is empty at wala siyang laman after meal. Okay, so ano ulit ang purpose ng gallbladder? So, ang gallbladder, that is the storage of bile produced by the liver. Ano yung dahilan bakit pagkatapos natin kumain, yung ating gallbladder ay parang deflated balloon na nauubusan ng laman. Kasi nga, di ba, ang sabi natin, yung gallbladder, nag-i-store dito ng bile na napuproduce ng liver. Pag kumakain tayo, kailangan natin yung bile na yon para mag-digest ng ating mga fats and vitamins na ina-absorb or kinakain natin during meal. Okay? And the last part of mechanical digestion is what we call elimination. So, the undigested part of food or those that were not absorbed by our body are eliminated as feces. Yung nire-release ng katawan natin. Yes, kapag pumunta kayo ng banyo at naglalabas kayo ng sama ng loob. Okay, yun tinatawag nating feces. And of course, it is done by the process of elimination, which is the last part or the last process in mechanical digestion. So, the next organ that we're going to discuss is the large intestine. So, ano bang meron sa large intestine? At ano itsura ng large intestine? Ito siya. So, yung mga waste products, dito na i-store sa large intestine. Yung mga waste products from the digestive process, which includes the undigested parts of the food, water or fluid, and other older cells from the lining of gastrointestinal tract. Yung large intestine, ina-absorb niyan yung mga water and changes the waste from liquid into the stool or feces. At syempre, itong peristalsis ulit, yung involuntary contraction between dun sa hollow muscular organ natin, okay, through the process of peristalsis, ito naman yung tumutulong para mag-move itong stool natin sa katawan papunta sa ating rectum. And lastly, we have the rectum. So, rectum, this is the lower end part of our large intestine. So, yung ating rectum, dito naman nag-store yung ating mga stool hanggang sa itulak na siya palayo at paalis doon sa, nadadaan naman sa ating anus during the bowel movement. And, last sa pinakalas, we have the anus. So, yung anus, ito na yung talagang end part of our gastrointestinal tract. So, kapag full na yung ating rectum, so puno na siya ng stool, mararamdaman naman ng ating katawan yun kung kailangan na ba natin ng bowel movement. So, ang mangyayari niyan, nagre-relax yung tinatawag natin na internal anal sphincter. So, pag nag-relax yan, itutulak niyan yung ating stool palabas from rectum going out to the anal canal. And that is the end of mechanical digestion. So, lastly, yun ang tinatawag natin na elimination. Almost all of the animals have a tube-like digestive system, which is yung one end, it serves as their mouth kung saan papasok yung pagkain, and then while the other end part is the anus kung saan naman lalabas yung mga stool. Ano po? At yung digestive system na to, ito yung tinatawag na complete digestive system. So, pag sinabing complete digestive system, of course, kompleto. Kung saan yung food ay, it will enter through your mouth, okay, and then, it will pass through a long tube, and then it will exit as feces through the anus. So, may papakita ko sa inyong iba't ibang itsura ng digestive system ng iba't ibang animals din. Ano? So, we have here the xylostome. Ito yung sa xylostome. Ayan, parang isang guhit lang siya, di ba? And then we also have the gar. Ayan, ito siya. And then shark. Ganito naman yung sa shark. Ayan, kung makikita nyo. And then, ito rin naman sa Necturus. Ayan. And the turtle. Ayan. And then, the chicken, ganito yung kanyang digestive system. And the pig, ganito naman kapag pig. Yan. And of course, human. Okay, ito naman kapag human, ganun ang ating digestive system. Hi! This is the end of our lesson vlog all about the process of digestion. So, I hope you learned something from this vlog. See you on my next vlog. So, abangan nyo ang part 2 ng ating digestive system because On our next discussion, we're going to discuss about the different diseases of digestive system. We're going to explain how these diseases of digestive system are prevented, detected, and treated. Okay? And abangan nyo rin yung another lesson natin tungkol sa digestive system, how enzymes affect digestion. So, itatry natin na makapag-create tayo ng another activity about this enzyme, kung paano nga ba nakaka-apekto yung enzyme sa ating digestion. And of course, i-discuss din natin yung mga helpful practices that affect the digestive system. So, I hope you stay tuned on this channel. Syempre, kung bago ka pa lang, huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 8. So, this is me again, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today. Bye! See you on my next vlog!